into video for a while now, and I think I figured out why. For the past couple of years, one of the things that I've been doing to keep track of my projects and to stay motivated is a sort of daily journal or a diary of sorts, and it's proved really valuable to me in my personal life, and I think I want to expand that. So that's what this is. Welcome. And I think this sort of a capture and edit makes me more accountable like that. So they'll be messy at first. Might not make much sense, but I think it's time. Also, just shaved. I always say this thing to myself. It's like, you are what you eat. It's like, you are what you create, what you put out, what you take in. It's all linked. Let's get into it. So first thing on the agenda, I loaded up the circuit with a bunch of new sounds and samples and patches, and I think it's time to do the thing that I've been wanting to do for a while. It's like a little circuit adventure. Bring the circuit, bring the Zoom, go for a walk, and find a little place to make a jam. So, I think that's the plan. Let's give it a go. See how it goes. Why not? Also, I said something about the journals. Check this out. Journals just that I've been writing in. Some are some school things, ideas, letters. So I've gotten a lot of value working out some of the projects that I want to do, and even just writing down a question that I have for myself and then kind of diving into it a little bit and exploring the answers. It's led to a lot of good personal insight, and I kind of want to keep that going. It's become really important to me. Alright, let's hit it. Going back here to grab my sunglasses. Is it just me, or is vlogging still kind of a weird thing to do in public? I don't know. Without an actual tripod, this is gonna be tough. I can't get an angle where anyone will be able to see my circuit without getting the camera elevated. Except for what if I'm right here? I think this might work. Forgot one important part. You can't see shit on this thing when it's light. You need a little bit of darkness for the lights to even show. So I might do it anyway. Just whatever, right? Alright, we're recording on both. And ready, set. Dude, I can't see a dang thing. I'm just trying to jam on some sessions, maybe. I'm gonna be done with that. Can't see a dang thing. And see, this is why you gotta go test things, because some chunk of the time they won't work. Well, it was a good shot. Some basic takeaways are to not do it when there's no shade. Kind of need some shade. So the first attempt was a no-go, but we learned some valuable things. It wasn't a total loss. I also want to get better at photography, so I need to figure out a good way to practice that. I've been practicing doing video stuff, but like here, I'm gonna take a slow-mo, like walking shot. I don't know if that really constitutes as practicing with video, but close enough. Well, first video is not the success I wanted it to be. I didn't have the right lighting for the circuit, and the video angle was tough. I feel like maybe even bringing a full tripod would be the thing that makes the most sense. I'm just trying to find a fun way to make conundrum content that I really enjoy making and that I'm happy with, because I haven't found that yet for that project. I haven't found out what I like. I'm back, and I didn't get the circuit videos that I wanted. So, we're gonna go up in the attic, take a couple more videos, call it good, because I can see up there, for sure. And can do a little bit of lighting and stuff, it'll be fun. Let's go. So, I've got the MIDI set up with the DMX-IS. One other little note about the notebooks. They're very abstract, and I try not to overthink them too much, and that's going to be a difficult part about doing it with this video, because I feel a lot more pressure to make it concise and make it make sense, especially because it's public. I'm going to do my best to balance that, keep it a little bit free, a little bit flowy, and then also focus it and have it serve a little bit of a purpose. And one of the other big reasons that I want to practice this is to get better at the process of filming, editing, sharing, because in a lot of my music projects or my DJ things or even Triple Falls projects, it's an atmosphere where turnaround is important, where capturing the right things during the event and in the preparation of the event, being able to quickly edit them, turn them around, and be able to share them, that's the thing that I want to get really good at. This is going to be a way that I can practice that and hopefully, get better. Give it some thumbs, subscribe. That's it. We'll see how all that goes. I had a conversation with one of my friends the other day where I realized that both he and I were in this sort of process of like waiting for someone to give us permission to do this. I feel like I've been wanting to do for a long time, but have been, I don't know whether it's too shy or like not quite comfortable with it, and so this is me giving myself permission to do it. Just enjoy yourself. If I'm enjoying the process of shooting these videos and trying to be better at the things that I care about, then there's absolutely no downside to shooting them and practicing. Again, that's what this is all about. It's about getting better at the things that you want to be good at Also, in editing a couple of the recent videos I did, I realized I say "so" a lot as like the start of a sentence, and my grandpa's actually even called me out on that before, so. I think it's interesting. So, he says, is not the beginning of a sentence. You don't start a sentence with so. Today I'll be taking a look at maybe like that. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on my Novation circuit, making some jams, making some light patterns, getting crazy with it. Maybe like that. Super nice getting outside today. It was one of the first days it's been like warm, comfortable. Went out just in this, and yeah, just start. Like, you won't know what it'll look like when it's done, but you know what it'll look like if you don't even start it. I'm doing a lot of testing my camera just to see how it behaves in different environments and what it ends up looking like. How noisy is that refrigerator? Testing, check, testing. Right here. Imagine what it'll look like if you, Willis, keep doing this for 10 years. It's 1:20. I was asleep yesterday at this time. Not my best. Your journal doesn't have to be this profound book. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be spelled perfectly. It can just be a mess. It's okay. It's how things start. Just write what you're feeling, or ask yourself questions and answer them. Keep it simple. You don't just get better overnight at anything. It takes real practice. How did I get started with the notebook practice? I think it was in college. I would be bored in a class and I'd find myself like writing about things that weren't class related. Maybe it was an exercise to try and stay awake. I always had these, I could never stay awake in classes. I was snoozing. I think learning things that I'm told to learn but don't really care about kills it for me. I always liked learning. That's why I think I've shifted into using those books as a tool for my personal learning. My journals and all my notes that I take are still disorganized and sloppy writing, and I don't always look back on them, but it really does help me process things. Getting it out on paper and kind of being able to look at it from a distance. It's a process I've come to enjoy. I'm wondering if these videos will be the same thing. The hardest thing about any new project always feels like it's just getting it started. Developing that first bit of momentum that'll then carry you. That's the thing that takes the most work and is the most likely to trip me up. A thing that I was thinking about a lot yesterday was just kind of getting the ball rolling, and because until you start, no amount of preparation will prepare you for what you'll actually encounter.